भवतु रक्षन्तु सब देवता सदा सुद्धि भवन्तु ते भवतु सब मंगलं रक्षन्तु सब धम्मानुभावेन सदा सुद्धि भवन्तु ते भवतु सब मंगल रक्षन्तु सब देवता सब संघानुभावे सदा सुद्धि भवन्तु ते.
Cái thứ hai đó,今日開工嘅咧，你哋嘅講係講堂啫，同埋全部開工。咁啊，即係咁啦嘛，我話你哋會嚟，你哋一定要先趕工趕好㗎。5個人這個生意，5個人。你嚟，我哋5個人今日你哋5個咯，今日你哋
invite Venerable Director of PGIPBS, Venerable Senior Professor Madhavan P. Dhammajuti Pero to deliver the welcome speech.
Master K.L. Dhammajuti, Master Bhikkhuni Yangli, Madam Yuan Yukwai, the Directors of the GS Charity Foundation of Hong Kong, Mr. Leong, he is very familiar with us. Miss Lai Wei-Ching, Board of Management of PGIPBS, heads of the departments, Senior Deputy Registrar, Assistant Bursar, Assistant Registrar, and a student. Let me welcome all of you for a very small and suddenly organized opening ceremony. I don't take much time because continuously Most Venerable Buddhist studies, no more other institute. Sri Lanka, only one. This is the Postgraduate Institute for Buddhist Studies. Jayo Igadima, Mayo Lianga, Vela Yangio, Postgraduate and Mayo. We have power to decide. If any university wants to start a postgraduate in Buddhist studies, they have to consult us. That is the government decision. So such a powerful institute, and now you are part of being a student. I am proud to say that PGIPBS has the highest number of foreign students population in Sri Lanka. Highest number of foreign students. Where goes from Myanmar. Second highest number perhaps maybe China and Vietnam. So altogether more than 1,000 students are studying every year in our institute. It is a very huge number considering the postgraduate level. So over the last 48 years, PGIPB has produced thousands of scholars in Buddhist studies, and they are working in different capacities throughout the world. In very high level, in different countries they are working. The good example is our most venerable Emeritus Professor, Phagwang Pasha. Phagwang Pasha, Venerable Dhammajyoti, here Dhammajyoti is one of the most recognized scholar in the Buddhist studies field. Buddhist studies field. Phagwang Pasha said some Sayo member, Jaoso Mandanyo Sayiga, Vela Poya Swesi, have his connection to this institute. So, over the last 48 years period, PGIPBS has been shifting from place to place. In the Colombo city, in rented places, and this year, 2023, India, Aling Asasanya, Wawankaila, Jusai Jacob, Pejang Hao, So, I would like to thank to our academic and non-academic staff members of PGIPBS and their dedication. So, I would like to name 2023 is the golden year of the history of PGIPBS. Golden year is the 2023. Even though we have faced COVID-19 pandemic in and also 2021 and 2022 economic crisis in Sri Lanka, somehow or other in 2023 we could complete this task facing a lot of difficulties. To bring the institute up to this level, many persons helped us, soldiered us. Among them, most venerable Emeritus Professor Dhammajyoti and Glorious Son Charity Foundation are very unique, are very special because they have contributed a lot to the PGIPBS, especially in the 2022 and 2023. When government funds to the building were delayed due to the COVID-19 and the recent economic crisis of Sri Lanka, the most venerable Emeritus Professor K.L. Dhammajyoti kindly helped us to rescue, that word is very important, to rescue the PGIPBS, this new building. So we think the most venerable is a savior of the PGIPBS. but I don't know how to translate it into Chinese. So he's the savior, because we were helpless to come this place without funds. But Bante helped us. Ta banju woman lai dao chega sida dipan. He was providing a big amount of money. Monthly scholarship to all the local students of the PGIPBS, more than 400 students. Annual scholarship to the students of this institute, MA and MPhil, more than 21 students. Sponsoring the Buddha statue. Just now you have seen that Foshan Banju GS Charity Foundation, and also monthly allowance to the staff members of the PGIPBS. Apart from that, there are in many ways the Glorious Son Charity Foundation help to Sri Lanka. They are providing dry rations when Sri Lankan people were suffered recently, 2022. Many funds came to Sri Lanka to buy dry rations to distribute among the miserable people in Sri Lanka. And water projects, some areas in Sri Lanka has no clean water. Ganjin the swe meyo, so I heard you taman yo avanti villa. So the GS Charity Foundation has provided us more than 100 water projects, very costly one, to Sri Lanka, especially the north and north central area, Beipang, Sri Lanka Beipang. And also last time we have been traveling to that north and east area to distribute rations. Mr. Leon and Master Venerable Dhamma Jyoti interview the people while they are giving the rations. What should we do for more to you? They said, number one is the water problem. So they provided the water facilities, clean water. Number two is we have no enough money to buy the fertilizer for the cultivation. So totally we have given up doing our agriculture because of the fertilizer price went to the sky level. So the GS Charity Foundation decided to provide all the area people, one family, 2 fertilizer bags, 50 kilo bags. Finally they provided funds to each family to buy their cultivation. So that is how GS Charity Foundation has done to Sri Lanka and PGIPBS. When I heard GS Charity Foundation members headed by the most venerable Dhamma Jyoti come to Sri Lanka for the South China Sea Buddhism Forum, Roundtable Forum in Colombo. I thought this is a good chance for us to open this auditorium by their hands. We heard the President of the Glorious Son, Mr. Yanshu, supposed to come Sri Lanka, but finally, President's relatives, that is sister, Yanshu's sister, Madam, you are very highly welcome. Your organization help us a lot. So this is actually, we want to show our gratefulness to GS Charity Foundation. They have done a lot to Sri Lanka people and the PGIPBS. So this is so I like to name this small opening ceremony as gratitude showing opening ceremony. Gratitude showing opening ceremony. So that is the purpose of this sudden arrangement.
colleagues, teachers and friends, I'm very happy to be here today. And in fact, I didn't know that it was going to happen, that this was in my coming, and everything was in a hurry, within a short notice, but anyway, we happily are here. We have actually come for, as the professor has explained, for another conference. And of course, the first thing in my mind is to bring the Goresan team to visit this place and the other place, the Columbia University. Even though officially we were supposed to be participant in that conference, but this is more important for me. So today we are here, and I'm very grateful that within a short period of time, in a big hurry, the Venerable Director and others have put together everything in the last minute to make it possible for the opening ceremony to take place today. Actually, I don't deserve all the praises mentioned by the director, but I cannot deny my own inner feelings of affection for this place, and my gratitude also because I came from this place, as you know, and I was actually the first MA and then the first PhD graduate from this institute. And I was the first foreign teacher who became a professor. And as an exception, at that time we had to fight for it, because according to the Constitution, no non-citizen of Sri Lanka could be appointed as a permanent professor. And 2004, yes. At the beginning, I went to join the University of Hong Kong. By that time, I went as a visiting professor. I didn't resign. Maybe you don't blame me for being a bit cunning, but I just wanted to keep a connection. I was not sure whether I would come back or not. But anyway, within 1 year, they requested me to stay back as their professor, and they gave me an appointment. So after my 2 years of sabbatical leave was over, and I officially resigned from here and took up their professorship and became an endowed professor. So when you count this couple of years, it's more than 22, maybe something like 24 years from the service. So I feel very much that this is a place I belong. Yeah, and whatever I can do, I out of love and affection. Quite a number of years. At that time, receiving a very meager salary from the postgraduate institute part. But very fortunately, perhaps karmically, I said, I find myself privileged to be able to participate in the programs, in the projects of the Goresan Foundation. So I feel tremendous sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in being able to help in this manner. And I don't need to elaborate on the projects and on the amount of donations made by the Goresan to Sri Lanka. This morning and last night, I mentioned at the conference, and in short, so far, the Goresan has donated something like 34 million Hong Kong dollars. If you multiply it by 41, you know the huge amount. I need a computer, I need a calculator to tell you the amount in terms of Lanka rupees. You know, doing all the different projects. And Mr. Yongchiu, Dr. Yongchiu, the chairman of the Goresan, has pledged that he is doing the same for 2024. So in fact, everything has been planned and the fund has been located. Yeah? And it's likely that he may also continue further from there. Yeah? So we, including myself, are extremely grateful to Gorisan and to particularly to the chairman, Dr. Yong Chiu. Today I mentioned him as an exemplification of the type of social work, the type of charity, the type of giving that should be practiced by a Buddhist. I divided social work into two types. One is ordinary, mundane social work. That's good, that's important also. But much more important than that is the type that, for want of a better term, we can describe as spiritual. That is to say, as you give, as you practice charity, you practice the Dhamma. And the Dhamma is the path to transform you totalistically, yeah, through the act of giving. And that presupposes sincerity and understanding of the Dhamma and sati and mindfulness. And I mentioned Dr. Yong Chiu as an exemplification of this kind of social work because he is giving without any conditions. And it's very difficult to get a condition, for example. You know, I mean, this is just common for us. We are all Puttajanas, it's normal. But Mr. Yong Chiu gives without any condition. That's very touching to me. You know, in terms of tradition, he doesn't really belong to, let's say, Sri Lanka tradition. I do. I feel very much part of this. Yeah, and you know, he has his own practice as a Buddhist. He's a very sincere Buddhist. But his connection with Sri Lanka is basically through us. And he doesn't make a distinction between this yana, that yana, you know, is beyond sectarian consideration. And that I'm very touched. And because of these two factors, and I feel tremendous, a sense of fulfillment, as I said, in my involvement, in my participation of the projects of the Khorasan. So I'm not going to take you more time than that, and I want to just wish you success in every aspect. And I'm happy today, like the Professor Director said, that for the past something like 48 years, 40 years, I knew it, because I was from the very beginning as a staff member. Yeah? We moved from place to place, and finally, we have our own place. Your place is also my place. Yeah? So I'm very happy that it is happening, and whatever we to promote the success of this post-institute will be extremely happy to do so. Thank you very much.
Someday Mirani, one of the students who follow the Master of Buddhist Counseling in English medium. I received the scholarship throughout the year. I represent all the students who got this great scholarship. We all know that Sri Lanka is undergoing the serious economic crisis.
我听到法官法师对学院所做出的所有的努力，我特别感动。然后我心里在想，我希望将来有一天我能够像法师这样，我能够把法带到社会上，让更多的人能够受益于佛法的滋养，能够更多的人走进佛法。谢谢。